Although this may look like a pretty area, unfortunately it is far from it. Pollution due to cadmium has caused this entire lake to become highly toxic. It's beginning to kill all the fish and animals around it. This project aims to inspire people to look toward and work for fixing issues of water pollution. It was primarily inspired by the 1912 disaster in Japan caused by cadmium poison released into rivers by mining companies. This type of poisoning led to things such as weakened bones as well as kidney failure. But in addition to affecting humans, it can also affect animals as well as the entire environment itself. This demo of water toxicity shows how pollution can really impact areas. Outside here, we have a lake environment that's become polluted by a series of toxic barrels. It is the user's goal to collect these barrels and begin with the reversal of the pollution of the lake. Traveling around, we can see that the pollution has already become really bad, as the toxicity has started to affect the navigational systems of the wildlife. Down in the bottom, you can see a count of how many toxic barrels are still left in the area. By removing all 7, you'll be able to restore the area to its former glory, well, over time. Unfortunately, not all issues can be reversed. In some cases, the wildlife may be unable to recover. Without their mother, these 2 younglings will surely perish. With all the toxic barrels collected, we can head back to the base. If you're interested in learning more, visit WaterToxicity.weebly.com. Let's take a quick behind-the-scenes look to see what it took to put this together and what challenges were faced along the way. The project in total took about 30 hours over the course of 2.5 weeks. The original background here is simply a 2D texture map, or a height map for the terrain, and then a series of textures applied on top of it. One of the largest challenges when working with this was actually the water. Water in Unity is 2-dimensional, so beneath the surface you're not going to actually see the water texture until you go above it. Simply having 2 textures back to back created a lot of weird rendering issues, so the solution to this was to track the height of the player, and if they are beneath the surface of the water under the lake, then simply flip the water upside down. That way you can see the reflection effect that happens when you're underwater. Beyond that, there were also a couple of challenges working with imported scripts and models, one of which I addressed a bit more on the website that led to a bit of a redesign for the direction the project was going in early on. This piece right here is part of a sci-fi texture pack where the models are essentially connected and built together. And then a lot of the other models were downloaded from the Unity Asset Store. Lastly, as you saw in the demo, the scripts that put together the motion for the fish were a little messed up. It definitely took a bit of time to get those together and were not as pristine as I would have liked. So if I had the opportunity to go through and improve things, that would probably be the largest thing that I would focus on, making sure that it was pristine, and particularly the animations with the fish would be a lot smoother. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this project.